At the Cambridge Rudd Centre, we use research to better understand how parents and families can be supported to promote children's mental health and positive development. Many people are familiar with the debate as to whether biological factors, specifically our genes, tell us more about children's development than experiences in their day-to-day life. This classic debate is popularly known as the nature-nurture debate. Historically, research has focused on one or the other of these perspectives. At the Rudd Centre, we take an increasingly recognised approach which examines factors across both of these perspectives and how they relate to each other. Understanding of the nature versus nurture debate has developed. We know these factors work together closely to explain why some children develop positively and others less so. In one of our studies with a group of adoptive parents and children, the home environment was shown to help promote reading skills, even when we consider genetic influences from the child's birth parents. Our study put a spotlight on the importance of positive home experiences for children's academic development. Importantly, the findings don't just apply to families of adoptive children, but to all family types. Family experiences really matter. So it's important to support parents to support their children, not only to improve the quality of life that young people experience today, but to support the next generation of parents and families. So I'm Dr. Wendy Browne. I'm from the Rudd Centre, and this is a newly established research centre based at the Faculty of Education at the University of Cambridge. So in a nutshell, the centre uses research to understand how day-to-day experiences such as family, school, but also community process, how these all influence children's development and mental health. So we wanted to develop a film which highlights essentially what our research aims to do and how it can be used to support families and young people. And given our research focus, we wanted the film ultimately to be accessible to the families and children that our research aims to benefit. So typically we communicate our research to other academics and practice and policy professionals. So we wanted the film to use really clear and accessible terminology so that it was meaningful to the families that ultimately we aim to support. We were assigned to work with a graphic designer called Simon Ball, and he's been really fantastic and professional throughout the process. He's a very talented artist, and he was really enthusiastic about our research. He put in so much effort to really familiarise himself with our field and what it is that we do in order for him to be able to accurately convey our message in film. So I have no expertise in or background at all in film or animation, so this was quite a daunting process at the beginning, and it was really quite novel, but ultimately a really fun experience. One thing that we found particularly challenging was developing a script. So really trying to simplify our message and communicate it without using all the academic terms that we're so used to using. And Simon was really great at seeing the larger picture and helped us to develop a succinct script and something that was clear and meaningful. We worked together on what we wanted the animation to be like. Our initial idea was to use imagery in nature to convey our message. So we thought that this was quite symbolic, given one focus of our research, which is how children grow and are influenced by their nature, so specifically their genes, as well as factors in the environment, including family and school processes. And Simon really ran with this idea, and he created something we think that's really fun and imaginative, but also really informative. And we're really excited to unveil the film, and we plan to use it on our centre website, as well as sharing it with academics, but particularly with families and young people again, which is, that's the population that our research ultimately aims to benefit.
So it was quite intimidating at first to be thrown into a project about child development, a subject that I know very little about, certainly not without any depth. So the first part of our process was to explore the topic as much as possible, and Wendy and the team at the Rudd Centre made this super interesting through discussions and sharing their research material. And we began to break this information down into sort of key points that might be included in the animation. So alongside this, I was designing and sketching ideas just to feed into the topic sort of visually and conceptually, and to get them thinking visually and conceptually. Overall, for me, the key takeaway was just that benefit of experience in collaboration, which I think is really useful for future projects, and a process that's just always really good to learn.